Truck drivers have been told that they will need a permit to enter Kent after the Brexit transition period ends and that they had better get their paperwork in order. The Cabinet Minister Michael Gove warned that queues 7,000 trucks long could clog up roads around the port of Dover and the Channel Tunnel. Martin Reid is the Road Haulage Association's Director for Scotland and joins me now. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Is it the case, Martin, that haulage companies haven't got their paperwork in order yet?
It's quite an interesting debate because, excuse me, effectively I've heard the analogy go that what Mr Gove is asking for is the equivalent of going to a Ford dealership and saying, I'm going to pick up a red car on the 1st of January and I'm not telling you what size, make or model I want, but I expect it to be ready. We're not dealing with the information that we need in order to make the decisions that are required.
You mean the government isn't providing that information?
That's exactly it. I mean, Mr Gove has stressed that it's essential that traders act now to get ready for the new formalities. But how can we do that when we don't know what the new formalities are?
So, I mean, is this a sort of, just scaremongering in a way that this is a sort of worst case scenario?
This is not scaremongering, and this is one of the issues that we've had, is we've been telling the government for more than 2 years now that this is likely to happen. It's taken a long while for the government to actually understand how freight moves. And I'm not 100% sure that they've got a handle on it yet. The system that they're talking about for the Kent Access permit, one of my colleagues has actually been involved in looking at the sort of testing of what they have so far. And it's not cross-referencing with anything. So it's basically an honesty box. It's saying, I'm going to the port and I think I'm ready based on what I know. So that's not necessarily going to be overly helpful, because at the end of the day somebody could, with the best will and intention, think that they've got everything right and tick the box and move down to Kent, only to be turned around, help add to the issues and be sent back again.
And this permit system would work, if there was no trade deal done, I take it. How would that operate for your members, and would a trade deal be preferable?
Well, a trade deal would definitely be preferable. At the end of the day, we are used to a European market where everybody could move freely. That will no longer be the case. So depending on what kind of deal the government can come up with the rest of Europe will dictate how goods are moved throughout Europe. That side, that won't affect the customs side of things, but it will affect the movement side. So this is another unknown that we have. Will there be a special permit for freight to move around Europe? Or will we be falling back onto ECMT permits where we know that there's not enough to go around?
OK, well, thanks for your time this lunchtime. That's Martin Reid there from the Road Haulage Association in Scotland.